Too fat or not too fat? That is the question I will answer in this video. If you're invested in making your cat happier and healthier, then keep watching all the way through. Hi, I'm veterinarian Nele and I help cat and dog owners avoid sudden sickness and high medical bills without the long waiting times and stress, and so Dr. Google doesn't give you a heart attack. If you'd like to avoid medical and behavioral problems for your furry friend, be sure to click the subscription button below and hit that bell button so you get notified every time I release a new video. The question of whether or not your cat is too fat is more complicated than just the number on the scale. You also need to know about body condition score and what that is, about the problems that an obese cat can get and how he got fat in the first place. I'll break this video down into 3 chapters, so let's dive in. Chapter 1. Too fat or not too fat? First of all, I would like to talk to you about body condition score and not only the numbers on the scale. The numbers on the scale are nice to have a starting point and to estimate what number it should be, but that number is calculated by knowing what the body condition score of your cat is. So I will first talk to you about what the ideal body condition score of the cat is. So you will have to touch your cat at the ribs if you can feel the ribs and they do not stick out. And after the ribs, it goes in a little bit when we go to the butt, then that is perfect. And you also have to feel the belly of your cat because that is also where he carries a lot of weight. It cannot hang or sag out. A little bit of skin is not a problem, but there should not be any touchable fat in there. Then your cat is on an ideal weight, and you could still use a lot of tips in this video to keep your cat healthy, or in some next videos I will talk about this as well. But if your cat is too fat, he will not only have a layer over his ribs and also the spine, by the way. So if you can feel the spine, it's perfect, not sticking out too much either. But if you can't feel the spine, you can feel the ribs. And after the ribs, he goes straight ahead. We call this a table. He's overweight. And if he goes out, that means he is obese. A lot of people think with the number on the scale, oh, my cat only gained 1 kilograms. But you should know that this represents 15 kilograms too much for human weight. So that usually wakes up people, and this would mean in pounds, 2.2 pounds is for your cat too many, is 33 pounds too many for a human weight. Chapter 2. The problems of an obese cat. What many people don't understand is that obesity is not just a health problem, but it's an illness all on its own. It causes chronic state of inflammation in your cat's body. One of the major things is that what people find annoying, as these cats tend to nag and beg for food all the time. This might be when you're having a nice and quiet dinner. Will not be possible because your cat will be whining at your ears. This might be even waking you up in the middle of the night or in the crack of dawn, or waking up your newborn baby when you've just put it down for a nap. So yeah, it's really not relaxing at all. These cats will also have the tendency of snoring and having apnea, so not being able to breathe properly. There are more of these kind of things that might start to bug you, but what is more important is that obese cats are ticking time bombs for a lot of health problems. First of all, if an obese cat gets sick and doesn't eat for a day or more, then he might get liver problems and shock because the liver cannot digest or process fat fast enough. So you will get what we call hepatic lipidosis or fatty liver disease. And your cat could die from this if it's not treated properly or it's not diagnosed in time. Second, he's prone to getting urinary problems, and he might even get a bladder obstruction where he cannot pee at all anymore. I have made another totally separate video about this. It will be on my channel soon. If so, go check it out. I will put a link in the description below and at the end of this video. Number 3, he is more likely to become diabetic, get kidney problems or heart problems because of the chronic state of inflammation and because of the higher blood pressure. Number 4, he will get arthritis more quickly and start limping because he can no longer hide his pain. A cat will hide his pain for as long as possible, so you can be sure that it is very painful if your cat starts limping, because He will not start limping if we can avoid it. Number 5, his life quality and well-being drop dramatically, and his life expectancy can go very low. Recent studies have shown that a cat might become 2 years less old or even more than a normal healthy cat on his ideal weight. Furthermore, they can't express their natural behaviors, and there might be behavioral problems like aggression or just peeing outside of his litter box. Number 6, they can't reach every place of their body because they're just too round and too fat, which can cause skin problems, not to mention the folds that they're not getting enough air and they might start to get infected and dermatitis might develop. The list goes on, but these were the most common and the most life-threatening ones. Chapter 3. How did your cat get fat? Number 1, castration and sterilization, or the neutering or spaying, causes the metabolism to slow down, but your cat will get more hungry. If you have a good vet, he would have given you the proper guidance on how much and how often and which kind of food your cat needs to have after this operation. If you haven't taken action on his advice or her advice, then it's your own fault, of course, but normally if you follow his advice perfectly, this should not have happened. Number 2, indoor cats are more prone to obesity than outdoor cats, especially if not the right things are provided inside the house to have him move around more. I would quickly want to point out to you that I have a quick start guide to cats that also talks about what you can do inside your house to make your cat happy, among other things. So click the description below. It's completely free and you will get up and running to give your cat the best life and avoid a lot of problems in 15 to 20 minutes. Number 3, not going to the vet for a yearly checkup. A good vet will not only give a thorough physical examination, but will also weigh your cat and look at the body condition score. A good vet will notice a slight weight change much sooner. And if we can change something about this before your cat is obese, it's much easier than to get an obese cat back to his ideal weight. So that is why it's super important to keep going to your vet every year, even if your cat doesn't need any vaccinations at that time. Number 4, giving your cat human food. There are a lot of human foods that cats enjoy, but they are not good for them. Cats are strictly carnivores. So people give them milk. A previous video will talk about this. Go check it out. Or cheese or fat of ham from your sandwich. Take a look at this chart and you will know how much donuts, and donuts are very, very fat, that this presents. Oh, by the way, don't give your cat donuts. Number 5, not being interested to jump up on a lot of things or move around a lot. This usually is caused because they're already obese. It's not their fault, but it would help if they at least get a lot of incentive. It might be caused because he has pain somewhere, so please have him checked out for that. You can make an appointment in the description below if you're from Belgium. That brings us to the end of this video, but I will not leave you hanging. Click through to the next video if it's already there, on tips on how to make your cat lose weight in a healthy way. Let's keep your furry friend happy and healthy together, and I will see you in the next video.